The Washington chapter of the American Planning Association has been exploring the challenges facing urban planning in our state. As a result of our efforts, we've produced discussion briefs, resource guides, and other products useful to planners in local communities. Those are now posted on our website. This video is one of a series of videos produced by APA directed toward elected officials and local community citizens. We hope it will provide a basis for action in your community.
Cities have to make choices for the people living there, and these choices can include where to build transit, where buildings should go. These decisions can impact the people living there for the better or for worse. In this video, we'll be talking about how that can be done through housing, commercial space, and transportation.
There's a library of research today that says to us that a zip code determines not only your health, but those of your children. It determines the adult opportunities and those of children. Cities now are not doing a very good job at thinking through what opportunity is, so that higher income neighborhoods tend to be the winners and poor neighborhoods continue to be the losers. So they're going to have to begin to provide the same kinds of designs and transportation systems and building and parks and playgrounds that wealthier neighborhoods have, if they wish to address what I always call equity in this country.
Affordable housing has been a very important issue and challenge for Bellevue and the East King County cities. We've been working through ARCH. It's a regional coalition for housing. Since the early 90s, we've provided over $40 million to create almost over 3,000 units of affordable housing.
The City of Bellevue partners with other agencies through ARCH like DASH, Imagine Housing, King County Housing Authority, and Lehigh to not only create affordable housing, but also to retain affordable housing, which is really important for a growing city like Bellevue.
Recently, the city has provided a multifamily property tax exemption, which provides incentives for development that provides a 20% of the housing for low-income families.
Transportation justice is when we consider the needs of everyone in a community when we're making transportation decisions, and not just cut people off from the important ways that they need to get around and connect in their lives. It's not what you see behind me, which is this huge wall that was done in the 80s that bisected this neighborhood without any consideration for how people need to get to their jobs, their education, and the places they need to go. Well, we're standing in the East Central neighborhood of Spokane, and in 1986, they put together a plan that called for more transit, more biking and walking, and here we are, 30 years later, and we still need to get that done. First thing we're going to do is extend the Ben Burr Trail right along where I'm standing so that this neighborhood, East Central, one of our poorest neighborhoods in town, has a great connection to the University District, which is where the epicenter of our education facilities in Spokane is going to be. Next thing we have to do is build the Central City line so that we have better transit options. We've lost bus service in this neighborhood and we need to get it back.
So during the Great Recession, Seattle really seized an opportunity to work with communities and try to plan ahead for equitable growth in our neighborhoods. So some of those investments are really coming to fruition now at Othello. Seattle is really partnering with the community to strengthen commercial stability and the cultural anchors in the neighborhood. So Office of Economic Development put some money forward with HomeSite, and we worked with 2 commercial property owners at Othello and 8 immigrant business owners there on a strip that's right along the light rail line. So it's pretty high visibility, it's low margin local businesses, and we helped them do a facade improvement. The business owners are getting a lot of great feedback. So they're telling us that people are coming into the shop and saying how great it looks, and they're also getting new customers, and a lot of those customers are coming from the light rail. So people are finding them and The goal is really that those businesses can stay and grow in place as the area grows. One of the problems that we've seen in commercial spaces is if they're too large, they sit vacant. Some of these businesses are looking for about 300 square feet. So there are two new developers who are trying something new. They are both designing their spaces to have what they call open market space, so that small businesses can afford to be in those spaces. So by creating this open market space and allowing the small businesses to just rent a portion of that, we're thinking that that's going to bring great opportunities for businesses who are currently there or businesses who want to come in but only need a small amount of space, and they'll get the benefits of affordability and being co-located with other businesses.
There isn't a single community in the United States that can say it's just, because every one of those cities by design has chosen a winner and a loser. So I think that what we're faced with are whether cities will continue the pattern of creating disparate results by design, by the built environment, or whether or not they're willing to actually change how they do business so that every resident will believe and we will know has the same opportunities for a good life. Are we going to be a city of opportunity and a city of hope? Are we going to be a just place to live?